Hi, this video is going to be to show you division with multiple digits using partial product. The problem we're going to work today is going to be taken from a practice called dividing multi-digit numbers, and we're actually going to do number 6. If I can get my camera to work, thank you for being patient as I get this figured out. So number 6, and I'm going to use some scratch paper because we know that scrunched up numbers are where errors live. So we're going to use some scratch paper so we can write our problem out correctly. So we have 3,672 divided by 36. Now, some students learned this method as the big 7, and here's why. Because you can draw a big 7, and we're going to use this space to do our problem. So I'm going to move this out of the way so that we have more space to see how we're going to solve this. All right, so one thing that we can do is we can kind of use a key. And this is for students that you just have to know a few facts in order to solve the problem. So I tell students no more than 4. So for example, I know that 36 times 10 is 360. And I'm looking at my problem and I'm in the thousands. So I'm going to try 36 times 1. I'm going to try 100. And that's going to give me, I can do the math, but we practiced that it's 36 and my 2 zeros. So that is pretty close to what is needing to be divided. So I might do 36 times 2, and I'm going to come off to the side just a little bit to figure out what that is. And I'm going to write that in my key. And I'm going to stop there for now. I'm going to see how far I can get because I can see I have a 72 right here and a 72 over here in my key. So now for partial product, I'm going to start with a multiple that I know, and that is closest to 3,672. So I'm going to start with this one right here. And I'm actually going to write this problem out. 36 times 100 equals, but I'm going to put the product right underneath my dividend. The dividend is the number being divided. And then I'm going to subtract. And 7 minus 0 is 0. 7 minus 6, or 6 minus 6 is 0. 3 minus 3 is 0. Now, I am so excited that I did my 36 times 2, and I'm going to write that out, putting the first factor is my divisor, and then my second factor, which is 2, equals, and I'm putting the product on the left side, so that is a little bit new, and then I'm going to subtract and I get 0. Now here's how you get the answer. Your first factor,
Back Edelman to your mom's office, please. Back Edelman, come to your mom's office now. Thank you.
The first factor is my divisor, but the second factor is where I'm going to get my answer. So I'm going to add those two together. So my answer is 102 is my quotient. Okay. I can check my work by multiplying 102 times 36. And we practice to always put the factor with the most digits on top. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 0 is 0 plus 1, and 6 times 1 is 6. I'm really multiplying by 30, so I have 0 as my placeholder. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 1 is 3. And I'm going to add these together. And hopefully, because I'm checking my work, hopefully the answer to this multiplication problem is the same as my dividend. In this case it is, so I can feel confident that 102 is my answer.